If you ever meet me on the road and ask me what's my favorite book and I mention another book, this is me telling you that I am lying, or I will be lying, because this book, I think this will be I'm not exaggerating, this will be the 10th time I'm reading this book. It is one thing I actually enjoy doing is reading, but unfortunately recently I've never really had the time to come around, starting a book and completing it. So for the next 6 months, actually from now till I think April, yeah, for the next 6 months, I want to go on a personal challenge. I'm putting it out here for accountability's sake, and also maybe a way of me challenging or motivating somebody else, inspiring somebody else to also go on this journey with me, because whether you like it or not, reading has so many benefits that can help anyone. So yeah, 12 books I would like to read and also come on here to review for you guys. So how when you're sick and you go to the hospital, if let's say for example you have cough or you have malaria, you're being given like a malaria tablet or a cough tablet, or anything that will just help treat you at that point. Same thing with spirituality. When you're passing through a certain phase in your life, you have different Bible verses for each phase of your life. So I'm in a particular phase of my life right now, and for my personal development, I have these 12, I call them my medicine, my productivity medicine, or my personal development medicine, that are actually going to help me get back into the flow. As most of you already know, I'm just coming out from birthing my baby, and we are just 5 months in, and right now I think I'm fully back and ready to start going with the flow. And coupled with the fact that thankfully I was able to employ help. The other time I mentioned how I didn't have a help, and I've been struggling as a mom of a very small baby and also other kids. So right now I want to start with these 12 books for the next 6 months. So for every time I complete a book, I'm going to come on here and review them. This book, actually, some of them I have actually started and completed some of them, but I want to reread them again to remind myself of what I was able to get from it. And some of them I've actually started but never got around completing it. So let's see how it goes. So for this for the first one, this is Execution, the Discipline of Getting Things Done. So I've actually been stuck in the phase of overthinking and over planning and never getting to execute my ideas. So yeah, that's why I'm starting with this book. I've actually started the book and I've gone like few pages on, and yeah, when I'm done, this is the first book I'll be reading for this challenge, and when I'm done, I'm actually going to come and review them, so that in case you don't get around reading them, you can actually get a thing or two from it. So my next book here is There Was a Country by Chinua Achebe, from the lens of Chinua Achebe. It's funny how I actually love reading, but I've never read this book. It might not be like a motivational book per se, but it's going to help me delve into other waters that I have never thought about delving. It's not just about reading motivational and inspirational books. You also want to touch other industries, which could be things like history, which in this case this book is going to solve. So I just sneaked this book into my 12th medicine, productivity medicine. Yeah, so I'm going to read this will be the second book that I'll read, and also come on here and review this book for you guys. And the next one, actually I didn't arrange this thing according to the order of reading. Let me just be sincere. So that book might not be the second book. I might actually pick another book. So this other book is Show Your Work. Trust me, I am ready to start showing my work. This person you're seeing right here is a bag of talent. I know how to do so many things, so I don't know why I've been hiding all this while. Well, I'm actually going to start showing my work, and I hope this book is going to motivate me to want to put myself more out there, put my best foot out there, and secure the bag. So the next book on my list is The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. Robin Sharma is actually one of my favorite authors. I like the way he always adds storytelling to motivation, especially for people who are just getting into reading. If you want to actually enjoy reading, you want to read books that have this part of storytelling and also part of motivation to whatever you're reading. That's if you want to start getting into reading inspirational and motivational book. I think Robin Sharma should be one of the authors you try out his book. So 5 a.m. Club is a book that I've actually, if I read this book again, it's going to be like, I think the 4th or the 5th time that I've read this book, because I know my weak points. I love sleep. Like, if there's anything I love in this life, is sleeping. And I'm somebody that can sleep for Like I can sleep till 8 a.m. in the morning. I can sleep, like I know. So for every time I read the 5 a.m. club, I'm always having this motivation to want to wake up earlier than I would normally do. Most times by 5, most times by 4:30. So even if me rereading this book again is going to help me to wake up by 5 or 4:30 for the next 2 to 3 months, then I don't mind reading it over and over again. Yeah. So the next book on my list right here is The Smart Money Tribe by Arese Ugu. So I've read the part 1 of this book, which is The Smart Money Woman, and I saw The Smart Money Tribe and I was like, I need to read the sequel to that book, because of course we have to secure the bag. This book is about investment, teaching you different ways to invest. The part 1, actually, I don't know what this particular one is about, but I think it's going to be like a continuation of what we read in the part 1. So yeah, Smart Money Tribe. Now another book I would love to read is Talk Like TED. I'm a big YouTube girly, and one thing I always go on YouTube to read is to watch tech talks. I love tech talks, and I would like to read a book that would help me in public speaking. And for most people always tell me that I'm already good at public speaking, but I think there's always a better way that I can work on myself and work on the way I speak and work on the way I deliver on my message and work on the way I actually communicate my visions and ideas from myself to people. So yeah, Talk Like TED. I would love to do this. And then Ikiga, I actually started Ikiga. You can see there's even a part where I folded here, I bookmarked it. I started Ikiga, but then I don't think I was in the right frame of mind to start reading it. But I know it has to be with, calm, peaceful home and stuff like that. So they said the Japanese secret to long and a happy life. Yeah, so I think it was written by 2 people here, two friends. They wrote this book, and yeah, I'll just read it. And because I work from home, I need that balance in my life. All right. Yeah. Oh, the compound effect. The compound effect. If you ever meet me on the road and ask me what's my favorite book and I mention another book, this is me telling you that I am lying, or I will be lying, because this book, I think this will be I'm not exaggerating, this will be the 10th time I'm reading this book. And by the way, it's a very small book. Okay, it has like it has, how many pages does it have? It has 162 pages. 162 pages, very easy to finish up. So I love this book so much. Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect, how starting small, building over time can snowball into something very magnificent and something very helpful. Okay, so I'd love to read this book again, to remind me of everything that I've learned, because whether I like it or not, this book has really helped me in starting small, in as much as the vision might be very big, but it can be very scary for you to want to start small and take it one step at a time. So yeah, The Compound Effect is a book that will really help you, and that will really help me also. Yeah. Now, the 4-hour work week. Now, this book promises that you can actually work for 4 hours in a week and still achieve everything you want to achieve. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. From recommendations from online readers, friends, I said, okay, I'm going to read this book. It's actually a very bulky book, but then let's see how it goes. We are going to read it, and I'm going to come on here and review it for you guys. Let me know if I eventually start working for 4 hours a week, if I'm actually going to achieve everything that I intend to achieve. Yeah. So the next book on my list right here is Reboot. Okay, Reboot. I actually don't know what this book is about. I actually saw, I don't know if it's because of the cover that made me want to buy it and read it, but let's see. I've never opened this book. Besides, I bought this book when I think I bought it during Valentine, this year's Valentine. That's February 14th, to add to the family library. So I've never come around reading it. I've actually touched on so many books of my library, but I've not come around reading this one. So let's see what it talks about. It says leadership and the art of growing up. So we'll know what it's about. Now, this other book by Mark Manson is one book that I've read before, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a I've read this book before and I want to read it again. Okay, because if there's anything I need right now in my life is audacity. I need to be very audacious because the world is not nice to shy people. It's not nice to people that are not bold, people that are not confident in their vision, people that are not confident in what they know how to do. So if there's anything that I want right now is people that will gas me up and ginger me to, you know, keep on going and going after my vision and my dreams. So yeah, that's why I picked this book to be among my 12 productivity medicine. Yeah, and last on the list is The Psychology of Money. I love money. Yeah, if you don't like it, if you don't love it, me, I love it. Me, Joy Onovo, I love money. And it doesn't just end in loving money. It ends in, it starts with the mindset, and then it also starts with loving money, making money, growing your money, and making your money work for you. So I hope this book is able to deliver on its promises. I've actually read it to an extent. Yeah, I don't think I got around completing this book, The Psychology of Money. I knew it was talking about, it gave some instances of stories of other people, and then yeah, there's this other book that I need to read in relation to this one. That's, I think, The Millionaire Next Door. I started that book. I think I have it in my library. I'm also going to add it in case I still have free time on my hands. Within that 6 months actually, I'm going to add that to this because money is very important. Whether you like it or not, you cannot negate the effect of money in today's society. So yeah, that's my 12 medicine for productivity. I hope I'll be able to deliver, and like I promise, I always come here to review each and every one of the book that I read.